Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, children.
Good evening.
Evening for those who are watching on YouTube as well. Welcome to the live session, Mathematics Revision of Grade 10 in the chapter Statistics. So I guess we can have a quick introduction of you children, starting from Anamika.
Yes, ma'am. I'm Anamika Inair. I'm coming from Kottayam. I'm studying in Ebenezer International School.
Okay. Tony.
My name is Tony Sibi. I am coming from Kottayam. My school's name is Harinee International Residential.
Okay. Yes, Harshita.
Hi, my name is Harshita Vinod, and I'm from Kottayam and in Ebenezer International School.
Great. Nisar.
Hello, my name is Nicholas. I am coming from Kottayam, Ebenezer International Residential School.
Okay, thank you children for joining with us. So let this session be an interactive session, okay? Feel free to add your suggestions or question, right? Whenever you have doubt, you can stop me and ask question. And those who are watching in live as well, please post your questions in chat. Shall we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So as I told already, chapter 14, statistics is going to be our today's topic. And this is me as Harinee. I'm going to take this session. I've completed MSc B.Ed in mathematics. I'm from Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. So first, the very first thing when we take a topic is, you should know what it is, right? Can anyone just tell me in your own words, what is statistics? In your own understanding.
It's a representation of data.
Okay, fine, good. Anything else? Representation of data. Okay, fine, I can accept that. But you have told only one step of it. So now can anyone else try? What are other steps? It's basically about data. What do we do with this data is what is statistics, right? Fine. And then the next question comes, why should we learn this? What are the uses of it? So I have a quick 1-minute video of where and all it is being applied. Let's see that and then we will have a quick interactions, okay? When does this quality testing happen? What is your thoughts on quality testing? What do you think it is? Any idea? Have you seen surveys popping up when you watch YouTube video, like which of the following brands have you heard of? Right? Something like that. Or
Yes.
when you give reviews in Google, what do they make out of it? What is the purpose of it? That is nothing but collecting data, right? Once they collect data, what do they do out of it? Express children, whatever you feel like you say, I will filter it. No problem. It's okay. Fine. Let's see. Next, other topics, if you are much more into it, let's see. Weather forecasting. This everybody must know. You would have seen, right? Weather forecasting in everyday news. How is that done? How do we exactly know what happens tomorrow or what happens 1 year after?
The meteorological department.
Yeah, yes, dear. What do they do?
They collect data from.
Yes, they collect data, they analyze it so that they'll get to know a pattern in the weather, right? Does it make sense?
Yes.
Getting to know the pattern. Okay, fine. Same thing. Knowing the pattern, predicting disease during corona, everybody must have seen the graph, right? Collection of data, representing the data. Have you or not seen the graph?
Yes.
Political campaigns, there's something called as exit polls. Have you heard of it? Exit polls. It's like a sample they collect once you like vote for a party. They'll collect exit polls and have a, like, they'll predict this party will win. There is a high chance. That's also again collection of data. Consumer goods, as I said, the surveys that pop up. Sports, obviously. The way a sports person performs, that's put in a visual manner, like a chart, right? That chart also comes under statistics. Fine. So now this is what I wanted you people to know, why you are learning it. Now coming to the part, there were few terms which I said in between. One was like collecting, then Harshita said representing, right? And another term I said analyzing. How do you put all of this in an order? How do you think this whole process works?
By grouping the data.
Okay, dear, fine. That's the next step. Like once you collect the data, what do you do next? This you have studied in very small classes, like 6th to 8th.
Analyze it.
Before analyzing and after collecting.
Grouping.
No, that comes later. Now I'm talking about individual data. It's something that you do in everyday class. Like when teacher takes attendance, how is the attendance?
We say present.
Yes, dear, but how is it listed out?
In the
Oh, yeah.
alphabetical order.
Alphabetical order. That is nothing but organizing the data, right? That's the very next step. Once you collect the data, you organize the data. Next, what happens is you analyze, as you said. Then next, what happens? You interpret for your purpose. Like our questions, there were one question in exercise, for example, about hospitals, number of patients that visit a hospital during a particular time. So what is our aim? Our aim is to find so-and-so, like mean of the data or so-and-so. That is called as interpreting. Okay, the next final step is visualizing. So visualizing happens, you have studied in your smaller classes, like histogram, bar graph. Do you remember all those? Pictograph in your primary classes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is a complete statistics. What happens? In this, only one step we are going to do now, which involves the measures of central tendency. So as you can see, there are 3 boxes. Can anyone quickly say what are the measures of central tendency? This is what we exclusively study in 10th standard. Measures of central tendency.
Mode and median.
Yes, dear, correct, good. I hope everybody knows, but you are just not confident to say. Be confident. You already know everything. It's just a revision session. So the first one is mean, which is otherwise called as average. Next one is median, which is, median is what? It represents?
The middle value.
Yeah, the middlemost value. Next, mode. What do you mean by mode?
The most frequently occurring data.
Yes, most frequently occurring data. So these are certain examples of mean, median, and mode when we talk about individual data. The total of numbers divided by how many numbers there are. That's all. The total of data divided by the number of data, total number of data. That will give you mean. Then median is nothing but the middlemost value, but there is one extra step before it. What is it? Simply, I cannot find the middle value. What should I do before that?
Ascending and descending order.
Yes, very good. Yes, very good. Correct. We have to either arrange in ascending or descending order. Next, coming to mode, as you all said, it is frequently. Which one is occurring most frequently? So when I say frequency, frequently, that's a very important term in this chapter. Can anyone tell me what is frequency?
The number of times event occurs.
Yes, correct. The number of times any event occurs, or the number of times a data comes in a table or column. Like we say, the bus comes frequently. which means during that particular times it comes so and so number of times, right? So that is frequency. And there is a relation between all the three. What is this relation called as? Mode is equal to 3 median minus 2 mean.
Empirical formula.
Very good. Empirical relationship. Okay. Now, already you have answered this question, but let's say, what if the data is large? Now we saw individual data, small numbers, small quantities. What if the data is large? Like we are collecting data of the whole state or the whole nation for some cause. So what do we do during that time?
Organize it.
Organize them
it
in
which way?
different class intervals.
Very good, Devika, correct. We use class intervals, or otherwise we can group the data. Grouping of data comes here. This is the next step. So there comes class interval. And what are the other terms that you remember related to class?
The lower limit, upper limit.
Very good. Then,
Model class.
okay, that comes under central tendencies when we go to solve them. But now I'm asking simply just grouping of data. How will you group the data? How will the tabular column look like? What are the terms related to it?
Class width.
Class width or class height or class size. Very good. Done. Next. And as she already told, upper limit and lower limit. Done. Then one very important thing. Another very important term. Just now we discussed it. Like when I write the data individually, suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 3, 2, 1. Now when I group them 1, 2, 3, there's something I need to write over here to represent
Frequency.
Very good. Frequency is one more term which is required. So what would you write here? 1, 2, 3. What is the frequency? It's just basics. Quick.
Okay.
Is it 5? Do you include the upper limit?
No,
Two.
we don't calculate.
4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Just quick recall. Don't worry. We will get to know further. I will explain you. So class interval, frequencies, class mark. When we come to grouped frequency, there's something called as class mark. What is it?
The sum of upper limit and lower limit divided by 2.
What is it used for?
To find the middle value of between two.
Why should we find the middle value?
In order to solve the problems.
Okay. See, when we talk about individual data, we are talking about only one person and the frequency is equally matched. Okay. But when we take in groups, suppose if I take 1 to 5, then all the 4 numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 are involved in that group. So there should be one person who will represent the group. That's all. That is class mark. One person who will represent the group is class mark, and that we take as a middle value, as you said, as Devika said, middle value, which is upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. Very good. Okay, so these are the terms I wanted you to recall quickly. Any doubt in any of the terms? And there is one more subdivision of frequency, cumulative frequency. Where have you come across this term, cumulative frequency? Okay, fine. Let's keep it pending and we will see it when we come to the exact topic. Now moving on to the 3 central data. The very first one, finding mean of a data. There are 3 methods to find: direct, assumed, and step deviation. And as you all know by now, step deviation method has been deleted. Okay, we are going to concentrate only on direct and assumed mean method. I'm sorry. Do you remember the formula for direct method, children? Any one of you? How do we find mean using direct method?
X dash is
Sigma
equal to
fi xi by sigma fi.
Correct. Good. Okay. What does the sigma represent?
The sum of
The sum of. Okay. Why fi and xi? Why this I comes into place?
That's the
That's the
interval.
Frequency.
no, dear. It's like frequency one into class mark one. Frequency 2 into class mark 2. This is how you do, right? You multiply, write them over here, and then you add them. So just number 1, number 2, number 3 represent the position. That's all. That's I. That is the purpose of I. Now, what about assumed mean method? What is the formula?
A plus sigma fi di by sigma fi.
Yeah, correct. And what does this di represent? Okay, before that, I should question what does this A represent? Very good. I could see Manya actively participating in YouTube. Continue, Manya. Yes, dear. What does this A represent?
It's the middle value of the class mark.
Value of the class mark.
Okay, fine. Yeah, any one value. Actually, it need not be a middle value. If you take any one value from the class mark, your answer will be same only. So it's just the assumed mean, the mean which we assume, actual meaning, assume. We are assuming that number to be a mean, and then we are putting it into a formula, that's all. And what does this di represent?
Xi minus A.
Very good, that's all. Each xi, x1 minus a, x2 minus a, x3 minus a, and so on. Fine. Great. So now I have questions from sample question paper of CBSE. You can keep your notebook ready. The very first question. I have collected the questions from both basic and standard. In standard question paper, there is 1 2-mark question and 2 3-mark questions. And in basic question paper, there are 2 2-mark questions and 1 3-mark question. But all the 3 are included: mean, median, and mode. So you have to be thorough with all the 3.
Ma'am, can we use any method for this question?
Yes. But what do you think when you see the quantity? What do you think will be appropriate?
Direct method.
Direct method.
Okay, if you're that much good in calculation, multiplying quickly, then fine. Otherwise, go for assumed mean method. I would write here the assumed mean method. It is up to you. Class interval, frequency, class mark. Then in assumed mean method, we need to find di is equal to xi minus a, and then fi into di. Tony, can you try saying the class mark of these class intervals? It is upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2.
First one 20.
Very good.
60.
Then you know that you should know the pattern. What is the difference? 40 40. It's growing at 40 40. So tell me the other values.
100. 140. 180.
Correct. Good. So usually, as you people said, we assume the center value to be A, but even if you choose 20 as A, your answer is going to be the same. There will be no change. So di is equal to xi minus a, 20 minus 100 minus 80, 60 minus 100 minus 40, 0 plus 40 plus 80. 8 12s are 96. See, this is, I have seen my students make mistake like multiplying xi and di. Don't do that. Please be careful. Or if you get it confused, you write fi near di. So fi into di, 8 12s are 96, so minus 960. 2 4s are 8, so minus 800. 35 into 0 is going to be 0. 3 4s are 12, so 1200. 23 into 8, 1840. Now we need to find sum of fi and sum of di for our formula. How many of you here are doing assumed mean method?
Me, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm using it.
Harshita. Okay, right. Manya is correct. Keep going. Did anyone find the sum of frequencies yet?
Is it 120?
Yes, correct. Nisal, hope you are also trying. Nisal?
Yes, miss.
Okay. You can also get involved, Nisal.
Okay, miss.
Miss FIDI.
How much did you get, Devika? Your voice is very low.
Ma'am,
Huh.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Manya, check your answer.
Ma'am, is it 1280?
Yes, very good. Absolutely right. So mean or x bar is going to be summation fi di upon summation fi. And since we subtracted a from every xi over here, we are going to reverse the process and add a in the formula. Trying to simplify in two tables, 64 divided by 6, then 32 divided by 3. Find out what's 32 divided by 3 and add 100 to it. That's all.
Ma'am, is it 101.66?
You have made a slight mistake.
The decimal?
In the position of, no, in the position of the whole number.
Miss 110.6.
Yes, correct, Nisal. 110.66, you would 666, it goes on, so you can round it up to 67. Those who did in direct method, make sure you got the same answer. Did you? Anamika?
No, ma'am, I used assume me method.
Yes, okay, fine. Yes, Manya, you're right. If there is no doubt, shall we move to the next question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yes.
So the next question is from the standard question paper. The following age-wise chart of 300 passengers flying from Delhi to Pune is prepared by the airline staff. Find the mean age of the passengers. Again, mean, but there is a slight change in the data given. So what is the difference between the previous data and this one?
Class interval.
Class interval is given in which type?
Less than
Less
cumulative.
than type means how is the frequency? Is it the proper frequency or
Cumulative frequency.
be louder?
Cumulative frequency.
Cumulative frequency. So when we talk about less than type or more than type, it is cumulative frequency. So now I want to just ask, what is the purpose of finding cumulative frequency? What does it represent? There's already a frequency. What is the need to find cumulative frequency? No idea.
In order to find the accurate value.
No, dear. Okay, let me try to give a short example. 20, 30, 20, 10,
Ma'am,
40.
we
Yes, dear.
can't see the rest of the numbers.
As in?
We can't see the rest of the numbers 20, 30, 20 after that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Is it? I think it's a problem in mobile or those who are using laptop. Is it fine now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So now, if I am writing it like 10 comes for 1 to 2 times frequency. I'm not going for a grouped data, just a quick example. Then 20 comes for 2 times, then 30 occurs everything 2 times. I'm sorry, let's include. Okay, 30 occurs 4 times, then 40 occurs 3 times, say. Okay, now the problem is when I talk about median or less than type or more than type, it is like the data has been arranged, right? Less than 20, less than 30, less than 40. It's in a proper order. It's arranged. So if I arrange this data 10, 10, 20, 20, 30, 30, 30, 30, 40, 40, and one more 40. Now the problem comes, what is the position of 30? What would you say? Can I? Okay, fine. Say what are the positions of 30?
Between 10 and 30.
No, dear. Position of 30 in our arranged data. Not able to see that.
Extreme right, the first
Okay,
4.
okay. Now?
Yes, ma'am.
So what are the positions? Assuming this has 1, 2, so on.
From the back, extreme right, first 4.
No, ma. Take this as continuous, like 40, 40, 40. Totally, how many datas are there? How many data are there?
11.
11. So what are the positions of 30? That's my question.
Oh.
Middle.
5, 6, and 7.
5, 6, 7, 8. That was what I'm expecting. That is what I'm expecting. But can I say that 5, 6, 7, 8 by seeing only the frequency?
No.
Frequency column?
No.
No, ma'am.
No.
I can't. That's where your cumulative frequency comes. It helps. How it helps? I write it as the first one as 2, which means the first 2 positions are occupied by 10. Next comes 2 plus 2, 4, which means after 2, 3, 3 to 4 is occupied by 20. Next, when you add another 4, it becomes 8. So after 4, 5, 5 to 8 positions are occupied by 30. Next, 8 and 3 together makes 11, which means after 8, 9, 9 to 11 has been occupied by 40. Now, does it make sense why we are finding cumulative frequency?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Fine. So, here there is cumulative frequency. So, we need to do the reverse process of subtracting to get the actual frequency, because for finding mean, we need frequency. We don't need cumulative frequency. So, that's the first step we are going to do. And how will the class intervals be here? If we convert
0 to 10,
correct.
10 to 20,
Till
20, 20 to 30, right?
till last class interval.
70 to 80.
70 to 80.
Correct. So this is less than type. In less than type, do we come from top to bottom to find frequency or from bottom to top? Just by seeing it logically, which do you think is correct?
Bottom to top.
Very good. Bottom to top. Because the top one is already less than 10 means it is 0 to 10 fixed. 0 to 10, 14. It is fixed. Which means the other ones have to be reduced. So you have to come from reverse. So take 300 minus 287. That is going to be our final value. I got it as 13. Check once. Then 287 minus 245. When you have to find cumulative frequency, you add. For the reverse process, you subtract. How much are you getting?
42.
42, correct. Go on, proceed. I'll write the numbers, just do it by yourself and then cross check. It's a little cramped, don't get confused. And the first one as such. Now, how do we quickly verify whether we have done it correctly or not? Any idea? There is some relation between this 300 and all the numbers that we just wrote.
The sum of all this 300.
That's all. So if you have doubt in your frequencies, you can add your frequency column. It must be equal to 300, which is the number of passengers given in the question as well. So next step, you already know. Now we have the actual frequencies. You can go for direct method or assumed mean method, up to you. Before that, find class mark. Nisal, can you say the class marks for these class intervals? Nisal? Okay, Anamika? Class mark is upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2.
5.
5. Then?
20.
No.
Sorry, 15.
15. And now you should know the pattern.
Yes.
So 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, and 75. Shall we go with assumed or direct? Shall we do direct for this? We have already tried assumed. Oh,
Assumed.
assumed. Okay, fine. Do it, no problem. Your numbers are large actually. So you can go for assumed. So here there are 8 data. So which one would you take as A? already told you any class mark from 1 to 8 can be taken. So it's your choice. You can take any one of the middle or even the end ones. It's up to you.
35.
It's up to you. I took 35 and I tried. So let's take 35. One person, let's divide the work. One person find out the sum of all the positive numbers. One person find out the sum of all the negative numbers.
Negative 1,500.
Okay, I got 1,400. Can you check once?
Yeah.
It's negative 1,400.
Okay, correct.
This
Yes.
positive value, it is 3,500.
Okay, good. See, teamwork makes the work easier. So 35 minus 14, 7 tables. So obviously going to be 21. 2,100 is the sum of Fi Di. Now we need to just put it in the formula. X bar is equal to summation Fi Di upon summation Fi plus A. So 2,100 divided by 300 plus A was 35. Quickly you can answer this. All are divisible, multiples of one another. Correct, Manya, very good. I can see you actively participating.
42.
42. Ma'am, is it 42?
42.
Correct, good. 0, 0 gets cancelled. 3 and 21 7 times. So 7 plus 35, 42. This 42 is of which unit? What is the unit of this 42? What did we find?
Number of passengers.
Is it so?
Mean age of passengers.
Mean age of passengers. Data talks about the age of passengers. So obviously the unit is going to be
Years.
years. 42 years is our final answer. Hope everybody got it.
Yes.
Now coming to median of data. For finding median of data, we don't have methods. There's only one single method, one single formula. And the steps are going to be first find the cumulative frequency, then identify the median class. Why do we have to find the median class? Is because again, for individual data, it is easy to identify the middlemost value. But when we talk about grouped data, we should first see the middlemost value lies in which group. Then in that group, we can find the median value. So the first step is to find the median class. Then we apply the formula. Does anyone remember the formula? Give it a try. I'll start L plus so and so into H.
L plus 2F1 minus F.
That is mode. L plus
N by 2
And
minus CF by
Mm.
F.
by
Correct.
F.
Good. What does this L represent?
Lower limit.
Of
The class.
the median class. What does this N by 2 represent?
The total number divided by 2.
N is nothing but sum of frequency. It is nothing new. Sum of frequency. How many data are we talking about? That divided by 2 is N by 2. Then cumulative frequency is of
The preceding class of the
yeah, yes, important. The cumulative frequency, we take it from the preceding class. Then F is the frequency of the median class. H refers to
class
Class.
width.
yeah, class size, class height, class width. Okay, good. So we are ready to start answering the questions. Yeah. An inter-house cricket match was organized by a school. Distribution of runs made by the students is given below. Find the median runs scored. So we need to draw table for this. For more, table is not required. But for median, we need to draw because we have to find the cumulative frequency. Frequency column. Yeah, quickly. Nisal, are you attending the class, dear?
Yes.
Can you quickly say the cumulative frequencies? Okay, fine. Harshita? You're on mute. Now try. Okay, not able to. Devika?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm.
4,
Mm.
10,
Mm.
15,
Mm.
18,
Mm.
22.
22. So which means the sum of frequency is also 22. Although we don't need, if you add and check, it must be 22. That's how you verify. Now coming to the very first step that we need is n by 2th item. Which is the n by 2th item? According to that only we choose the median class. So n is here. N is nothing but I've told you it is sum of frequency.
22.
22 by
22 divided by 2 is how much?
11.
11.
11th. I already told you CF is used for finding the position. So 11th data means we are denoting its position. So where will 11th data lie?
50.
Correct. 15 means where will it lie means you have to talk about the class. So which class?
40 to 60.
40 to 60.
40 to 60. Is everyone clear about it? Finding
Yes,
the
ma'am.
median class. If you have doubt,
Yes,
please
ma'am.
ask. Okay, great. Now our work became much easier. So L we know it is going to be 40. CF is going to be cumulative
10.
frequency of the preceding class. So
10.
10.
10. Correct. Then frequency of the class. Height of the
15.
class is
20.
20. Upper limit minus lower limit. That's all. So median is equal to L plus n by 2 minus CF divided by F into H. I'm sorry, I wrote the frequency wrongly. Please change. Frequency is 5. So how do you simplify this? What is the final answer?
Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, Harshita, I can hear you.
44.
Correct, good. 5 and 20, 4 times. So 40 plus 4, 44. 44 students. I'm sorry, we're not talking about students, we're talking about runs. 44 runs. Was it easy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, good. Shall we move to the next question? With the
Yes.
same Josh?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
ma'am.
I want you to try this on your own. Let's see. Same thing only. Following is the distribution of a long jump competition in which 250 students participated. Find the median distance jumped by the students. Interpret the median. Tony, what are the cumulative frequencies?
$40.
Mm.
20.
Correct.
182.
Correct. Take your time, no problem. 182 plus 38.
220.
Correct. Good. What should be the last one according to the question?
250.
250. Is it 250? 220 plus 30?
Yes.
Then we have done it right. Did you get what I said? 250 students is already given. So which means your final cumulative frequency must be 250. You got it right? Okay. So which means sum of frequency is also 250 as given already. Find out n by 2 item. And where will it lie? Let's see who first finds the median class.
Ma'am, is it 2 to 3?
Correct. How did you get it?
Ma'am, because 125 is in that class.
Correct. So after 120, 121 to 182 will lie in class 2 to 3.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct. Good. So now list out your L's. L, C, F, F, H.
CF 120,
Correct.
F is 62,
Correct.
H is 1.
1. Easy. You can either first divide 5 and 62 or you can do LCM of 2 into 62 plus 5. So 124 plus 5, 129 by 62.
Miss, is it 2.08?
Yes, correct.
2.0.
Yes, very good. Done. 2.08, what is the unit? What are we talking about?
Meter.
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 And they have asked us to interpret the median. What does it mean? Interpreting the median. What does this median represent?
The most frequent times it is repeated.
That is that median?
The middle value.
That's all. The middle value. So out of all the students who participated, the middlemost distance is 2.08. That's going to be your interpretation. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
No.
So the last part is mode of the data. For finding mode, it is very, very easy. The only thing is you have to see which class has the highest frequency, because as we already discussed, mode is the one which has the highest occurring value or most frequency. Then we need to identify the model class with respect to that and apply the formula. Does anyone remember the formula? You said it for the previous one.
L plus
F1 minus
F1
F0
minus F0
Mm.
by
by
2 F1
minus F0
Mm.
minus F
minus F2
into H.
into
Correct.
H.
Very good, done. So L, we already know what does it represent. Then H also we know what it represents. What about F1?
Frequency
Frequency of the model class.
plus
So F0 as the number represents, it will be
preceding class
Preceding class.
F2 as the number represents, it would be
after
Succeeding.
F0.
Very good. So all are very clear about it. Let's go into the questions. The mode of the following frequency distribution is 38. Find the value of X. So this is the type of question that I got from both basic and standard. So they are giving you the mode value and you are supposed to find the missing frequency. So how do we do that? When we know the mode, which means we know that's the value that is most occurring. 38 is the most occurring in this following data. So which is our model class here?
30 to 40
Why?
because it has the most highest frequency.
Yes, because 38 lies between 30 to 40. Do you all agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. So now we have first identified what is the model class. It's going to be 30 to 40. So with respect to that, write your L, F1, F0, F2, and H. Very good, Manya. Alex.
L30,
L is 30, lower limit is 30.
F1 12,
Is it so?
16
16. Correct. F1 is the frequency of the
F0 12
model class.
F0 12,
F2 is
X,
X.
height of the class is going to be
10.
10.
Correct. Put it in the formula. Mode is equal to L plus F1 minus F0 divided by 2 times F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. Two times 16 is 32. I'll write it directly. 32 minus 12 minus X into H. But this mode value is already given as 38. So equate this this expression to 38. I'm sorry, H is 10. Replace with 10. 16 minus 12 is 4. 4 tens are 40. 40 divided by 32 minus 12 is going to be 20 minus X is equal to 38. You can first bring 30 to the other side. Subtract 40 upon 20 minus X is equal to 38 minus 38. So 40 is equal to 8 into 20 minus X. Take your time, find out X.
$15.
15.
Yes, dear, correct. So you would get 40 is equal to 160 minus 8x. So 8x is going to be 120. So x is 120 upon 8, which is 15. So 15 is the missing value. Anyone still calculating?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No.
So, okay. Next question also similar type. So let's finish off quickly. Mrs. Garg recorded the marks obtained by her students in the following table. She calculated the model marks of the students of the class as 45. So here also mode has been given. While printing the data, a blank was left. Find the missing frequency in the table given below. So first, when we say 45, 45 means which is going to be the model class.
40 to 60.
40 to 60.
Is everyone okay with it? I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So model class is going to be 40 to 60. Let us keep this unknown value as x or some other number y. So L is going to be 40. F1 is going to be y, the unknown. F0 is going to be Tony, the before one.
10.
10, correct. F2 is going to be 6.
6.
H is
20.
20. That's all. Put it in your formula. Mode is already given as 45. Substitute the values on, formula on your left hand side. As we did in the previous one, you can bring 40 to the other side first. It will help you. 45 minus 40 gives you 5. Then you can bring 20 to the other side. Very good, Alex and Manya. You've got the right answer.
Miss, y equals 12.
Yes, very good. 4y minus 40 is equal to 2y minus 16. So 2y is equal to 24. Y is equal to 12. Let's wait for everyone.
Yes, ma'am, it's wrong.
Done.
Yes.
Tony also done. Anamika,
Yes, ma'am.
Nisal. Okay, Shiran. So we have touched upon all the 3 topics, mean, median, and mode. Was there any doubt? Was it understandable?
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Yes.
Yes, understood.
Understood. So one question apart from math. We talked about data. Is the word data plural or singular?
Plural.
Rural.
Plural? If it is plural, then what is the singular word of it? Find it out.
Okay, ma'am.
So shall we have the quiz now?
Yes, ma'am.
It's just
Yes.
it'll just not be like this tabular column and all. Just quick 30 seconds to 1 minute answers for each question. That's all. Within seconds you can answer. So in your mobile or your laptop, you can type joinmyquiz.com. It'll ask you for this code. Enter the code. Once you join, your name will be visible on my screen. Students who are in YouTube as well, please try to join the quiz by typing joinmyquiz.com, and it will ask for this code. Enter the code. I can't see anyone joining. Will you be able to? Tony, are you trying?
Yes, ma'am, I've tried.
Okay, okay. I still didn't get your name on my screen. Is it asking for the code or not?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay. Did you join?
Yes.
I'm not getting your name. Okay, just try to refresh. I got Alex. What about Devika? Have you joined?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anamika?
No,
Shouldn't
ma'am,
have-
showing some
Oh,
error.
okay. Okay, okay. I got Harshita. I didn't check it up properly. Harshita, Devika, Tony, Binoy has joined. We'll wait for 1 more minute. Children who are watching in YouTube, please join the quiz. Nisal has joined. Good. Okay, let's start the quiz. Participants who wants to join can also join in the middle. Very good, Harshita, Tony, Devika. Okay, now Nisal has come in the second position. Harshita has the highest streak. 2 more minutes time, be quick. So Binoy has completed. Harshita, which question are you in?
Ma'am, I accidentally refreshed the page because and then I had to go back. So right now,
Okay,
I think I'm in the 7th question.
Okay, fine. Good. Carry on. Nisal is going to complete. Devika, Alex. Anamika couldn't join.
No, ma'am.
Okay, no problem. I'll show you the questions you can see on the screen.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Ma'am, I completed the quiz.
Very good. This was Devika.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good, good. Keep it up. Where did you go wrong, Devika?
Ma'am, actually, I'm using in phone, so I'm not
Okay.
able to do.
Okay, okay. Almost going to complete. Harshita and Tony are going to complete. Okay, great. Harshita got the first question. Maybe it's because you did it twice. Or were the questions easier?
Ma'am,
No,
can I
the
do it?
questions are easier.
Ma'am, can I do it once more?
Yeah, it will be open. You can do it once more. But for now, let us just close the session. As everybody has completed. Okay, everybody has already been closed. Very good, Harshita. Keep it up.
Thank you, ma'am.
Binoy, keep it up. Tony, keep it up. Everyone who participated. Can you please turn on your videos, children? Okay, thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. And
Yeah,
what did you
miss.
give for
ma'am.
that poll question? What was your
Ma'am,
answer?
excellent.
Because I couldn't
Excellent.
see that.
Excellent.
Okay, thank you, dear.